Hello everyone and welcome back to Tarot and Torch. I am so glad to have you here today because we are going to have a very exciting unboxing. This is the Hekate Oracle deck. It is a Kickstarter. And I actually ordered this quite a while ago, so I'm very excited to open it up and see, you know, how it looks, how it reads. This was a deck that I had purchased several months ago, and it just came in the other day, so I thought I would wait to open it here with you today, as today is actually my birthday. So I am excited to take a look and see what the deck looks like. And I have a lot of shadow work that I need to do. I don't know about you, but I always love to do really deep kind of readings on my birthday. And today is, it feels quite heavy. I don't know if this is collectively or just me because it is my solar return, but I do have a lot of heaviness around me today, particularly. So I'm excited to kind of take a look at the deck and begin working with it to Okay, so because this is a Kickstarter, it did come with some things. This is a pin of the beautiful labyrinth key. Let's see if I can zoom in a little here. Okay, this is the labyrinth key. There's also a bookmark that says Hekate. It is at the crossroads of life, at the thresholds, and within the hidden realms of our soul where Hekate's power is revealed. Through her torches, the path becomes clear and the magic unfolds before us. Okay, so that is beautiful. And then there's this lovely sticker. It's like a, I don't know if it's a decal or, I think it's just a sticker, but it's. All right, so now let's get into the actual Oracle deck. I have a card here from the creator. Okay, and it comes shrink wrapped. This is the beautiful box, and it says Hekate, Queen of the Witches, Oracle Grimoire. On the back it says, "It is at the crossroads of life, at the thresholds and within the hidden realms of our soul where Hecate's power is revealed. Through her torches the path becomes clear and the magic unfolds before us." Hekate, Queen of the Witches, is an oracle deck with 52 cards created to unlock mysteries of the Hecatean magic, guiding your path. This oracle blends Greek mythology, the Orphic hymns, the Chaldean oracles, the Greek magical papyri, and witchcraft together with Hecate's epithets, animals, herbs, symbols, and sacred offerings. Each card features a beautiful illustration, a keyword, and a message. The oracle also comes with a grimoire guidebook offering stories, card meanings, spreads, shadow work, affirmations, and magical practices to help you welcome Hekate and her many faces into your spiritual journey of empowerment and enlightenment. Okay. So I have, as I've mentioned in the past, I've been working with Hekate for many years. She was actually my very first deity that called to me, and it was a situation in which she appeared to me. And I've said before, that deities don't always do that. That's not always how it works. However, when I first began this journey, she was the one that called me into witchcraft. So she's always been my matron, the one that appears to me when I need her most, and who has given me so much to understand about myself as well as magic and the world around me. So this, all of the decks that I work with that are dedicated to Hekate are very mainstays in my collection, and I refer to them often and her guidance in using these decks. So I'm hoping that this is going to be the same. It is so beautiful. So gorgeous. Look at this. This is the inside of the flap on the box. That is beautiful. Oh, it's gorgeous. I'm so excited. I know a lot of people have, opinions on the colors that Hekate chooses or wishes to be associated with. And it is an interesting choice with the purple, and I do feel that it does go with her energy, especially because she has a lot of lunar energy, and there are so many facets to her and her energy that I feel that it depends on the aspects of her that you are working with for the color, if that makes sense. Okay, so this is the Oracle of the Witches Oracle Grimoire. Queen of the Witches Oracle Grimoire. And it's pretty thick. It is, on the smaller side in terms of the size of the book, but it's very thick. And there's the table of contents. Introduction. Who is Hekate? Paths of connection with Hekate. Hekate through time. Oh wow, there's actually a lot of information on the history. Hekate in art and imagination. Wheel of Hekate. Hekate and the moon. Epithets. About the oracle and the meaning of the cards. So there's this is all the portion of the book that is about Hekate and her history and meaning, which is nice. And then I'm sure the actual cards will also go into that in further detail. So we have the card with the color depiction with the nice black background, and the epithet affirmation, and it looks like one page of the meaning on the after that. So it has a good amount of information here. There's some information about shadow work, correspondences, and altar ideas in the back as well. Okay. So let's get into the actual cards. And this is the inside, the very inside of the box here where the cards were. And it has the same quote here. The torches. Okay, and the symbol here, if you don't know, is the labyrinth, and the dagger with the snake, as well as the keys. These are all Hekate's symbols, as well as even the flowers here and the vines. Okay, we have all giver, abundance. What you give returns in ways you cannot yet imagine. Okay, so that is beautiful. Okay, next we have two. Okay, that looks like Greek words. And it says messenger, communication, important news is already on its way to you. The next one is waxing moon, growth. The rising light asks you to nurture the seeds that you planted. Next, we have aconite, poison. What is beautiful is not always safe. Next, we have lamb, innocence. Don't let others take advantage of your goodwill. Yes, Hekate's energy is very much about boundaries, for sure, as well as protective energies. Polecat, transgression. Crossing the line becomes sacred when it is done to defend what's right. You, regeneration. Through every winter you endure, a part of you remains evergreen. That's gorgeous. It actually looks a little bit like my tattoo leaves. Next is asphodel, remembrance. Honor your past with fond memories. Ouroboros, repetition. The cycle repeats until the lesson is learned. I've been seeing this message a lot lately, just online. I feel it's very synchronistic that it's also in this deck. But definitely something for me to pay attention to, and perhaps if you've been seeing it as well. Mugwort, vision. It is necessary to take a break, relax, and listen to your intuition. I really like the way that the purple is infused in this deck with the black. It just has a really nice kind of glowing effect. Honey, sweetness. Sweetness opens hearts where tension once built walls. Honey is one of the offerings that you can leave to Hekate, especially during the Datenan meals, along with bread and other things. I also like to include garlic. Bearer of love, passion. Your inner fire drives you towards what you want. And she has the beautiful sacred heart here. I love this. This is gorgeous. And I like that her face doesn't need to be, always soft and serene, because there are aspects of her that, are not soft and serene. And even though this is bearer of love, there's intensity, and I like that a lot. B, community. Through cooperation, what you seek becomes possible. Medea, sorcery. The power is in your hands. How do you want to shape your life? That is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Mandrake, desire. The root of desire is powerful, but in excess it consumes. Have any of you ever been curious to work with mandrake? I definitely have. It's been one of those plants that just, one day I see myself trying to grow. Saffron, attraction. Your magnetism draws what you want, whether love, fortune, or opportunity. Garlic, banishing. Negative energies are hindering your plans and must be expelled. I love garlic in general, but working with Hekate in my personal practice to her, when I leave offerings, garlic has been one of the ones that I've felt were most appreciated in my personal work that I do with her. And I feel that a lot of that has to do with the energy. Again, it's the facet that you are working with, her energy, is reflected in the rest of the practice with her, in my kind of personal experience. Eleusinian triad. Phases. Each phase of life is sacred. Cherish the present, for it comes only once. And we have the 3 forms here. Maiden, Mother, and Crone energy. Persis, destruction. Destructive patterns hide in habits and choices that harm yourself. I'll have to read about that one. I'm not really sure. I can't recall the character. Asteria, omens. The answers you seek will be discovered during a starry night. That's another really pretty one. With all of the glittering stars. Candles, devotion. When you put your heart and soul into it, everything comes into alignment. Dear, gracefulness. Move with gentleness, letting grace guide your steps. That one's also very powerful. Full moon, apex. The fullness of all things soon will come to light. Pneumenia, new beginnings. A new path awaits you to step forward. It's time to renew. There's a lot of ways you can use these cards. You can also just use them as altar cards, especially for the moon phases. Deipnon, offering. By giving you prepare the way for what is to come. Yes, see, this is similar to how I prepare a Deipnon. I usually will have the garlic. I haven't tried the fish yet, but garlic, bread, eggs are staples. Sometimes I'll include a separate little dish of of honey or mead or wine. Goat, vitality. Reconnect with your life force, cultivating energy in all aspects of your life. Fish, prosperity. Prosperity comes when you value yourself and accept life's gifts. Wolf, instinct. Follow your instinct and face what comes your way. Lioness, courage. Now is the moment to summon strength and courage to move towards your goal. Bull, fertility. Perseverance turns potential into fertile growth. Don't give up. Gate, guardian. What you permit to cross the gateway shapes your life. That's a lovely image. I really like the structure in the background with the pillars. Terrible one, ferocity. In your rage lies the power to defy what opposes you. This one's very interesting. It reminds me a lot of Kalima, but still with Hekate's symbols. Crown, leadership. Believe in your abilities and wear your crown with dignity. I like that. So these are the glyphs for the planets. Interesting. Cord, binding. Not all bonds are the same. Some support, others restrain. Three-formed wholeness. Your path opens when you embrace all parts. Lightbringer, awakening. A light stirs within you, awakening what was waiting to be seen. I like the play on light with these cards because in the legends that discuss Hekate, they describe her as being clothed in stars and being very luminous. So I really like all of the light gleaming in the cards. And then we have the Wheel of Hekate, motion. Let life flow where you need to go. Trust that life is on your side. Serpent, adaptation. Be strong. Adapt to who you are becoming. I have to say, when working with Hekate, snake has been one of the most prominent symbols that she has shown to me over the years. I've had actual snakes just appearing, or their skin or, just seeing them in the wild. It's been very interesting because before I worked with her, there was only one snake that I'd seen in my life, prior to. But after working with her, it's about once a year I'll see an actual snake or signs of a snake being nearby. Dagger, truth. You need to cut through what is illusion, leaving only what is true. Torchbearer, guidance. You will receive the clarity you need to move forward. Pay attention to the signs. Keybearer, access. The key opens what was locked, revealing what is ready for you. Crossroads, decision. You will need to make a decision that only you can make. Heavenly blessings. Divine blessings are on their way through your sacred connection. That's interesting how she has almost a stained glass effect on the wings. That's beautiful. Of the earth, grounding, what is rooted in truth cannot be shaken, for the earth holds its power. Healer, healing. To heal, face your wounds and look at what still hurts. Of the sea, feelings. What lies beneath the surface asks to be felt. Now there's a depiction I don't think I've seen. That's interesting. It's almost connecting her to Neptune, but at the same time maybe even Venus. I'll have to read about this one. Queen of the Dead, endings. Loss marks the point where transformation begins. Nurturer, care. Growth needs care. What's beginning must be safeguarded and nourished. Warder, protection. Some dangers never get you when you are shielded. Savior, rescue. Difficult times are not the end, but are the turning point. Help is coming. Black dog, faithfulness. You are not alone. A loyal presence will be with you. And horse, drive. No matter how winding the path is, it opens swiftly when you ride forward. Okay, so these are really beautiful. They do tackle a lot of different energies, and they do have the symbols that I associate with Hekate in my own practice. So I really love the deck. I think it's very well done. These are really gorgeous. Look at that. The sides of the cards are glittery. And also the cardstock, I didn't mention this, but the cardstock is a nice cardboard style. It's pretty thick. Okay, so let's do a sample reading with the guidebook just to see how the cards look and read. Okay, and we have healer, healing. Okay, So the guidebook says, known as Peoonus, she who heals, Hekate helps heal wounds by working through the shadows that often hinder our growth and life goals. She brings healing through the fire of her torches and the magic of plants found in ancient spells in the pharmakia, the preparation of remedies, potions, spells, and poisons. You can connect with this aspect of Hekate through shadow work and herbal healing. Call upon Hekate Peonios during magical uses of herbs such as baths, potions, or rituals. Hekate says that just as creating an antidote requires knowing the poison, healing your shadows calls for honesty about your negativity, pain, and limiting patterns. Only then can wounds and traumas be treated, and what still aches can be embraced. Professional help may be essential in some cases. Shadow work. Reflect on what still hurts you. Do you avoid looking at wounds that haven't healed? Do you blame yourself for actions you didn't take and for what you did? Can you imagine what your life would be like if this wound healed? Keywords: herbal magic, poison, alchemy, remedies, shadow work, curative power. And the affirmation is, I walk the path of healing with awareness. So that goes fairly deep, and plus you can use all of the, the symbols in the card, of course, to unlock the meaning of what it could mean for you right now. But I really love how they also talk about her in the pharmakia aspect, because that is one that I connect with very strongly, as I am also, an apothecary and have an apothecary and work with medicinal herbs. So that is an aspect of her that I work with also. In fact, I began, in green witchcraft before I kind of branched out from there. But, a lot of people don't realize that you can work with Hekate in such a way, because she's often related to kind of a scorpionic energy, but she actually has a very strong energy towards earth. And that's why there's so many cards in this deck that were about grounding and earth and animals, because she has that deep chthonic presence as well. It's not just, cutting cords and burning bridges and things like that. It's deeper than that, and it has to do with the cave and going inwards and finding your strength that way. So it is very earth element, even though a lot of people associate her with more of that scorpionic, plutonic kind of energy. So I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. I really love the deck. I don't know if it's going to be kind of available. I don't know if this is going to be available mass market or not, or kind of if it's even still available on Kickstarter, but I really love the deck, and if you can find it, it is really a beautiful one. So I hope that it helps in making any decisions if you are thinking about picking it up. And I'm definitely looking forward to working with it tonight. So thank you all for being here. As always, please don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment too. Just tell me how, what you think of the deck, if you have anything similar, or if you work with Hekate, and if you like the type of information and the way that the cards are designed. And I will talk with all of you very, very soon.